Okay na. Okay na ma'am siya. Very good.
Yan, open na. Kailangan pa lumapit. Magaling na.
A reminder for everyone, we will start the event in just a few minutes. But before anything else, here are some reminders for all of you.
Pwede. Alakas na natin ito.
Share ulit.
The Filipino Muslims are collectively called Bangsamoro, or a nation of Moro people. Most of them live in the southern part of the Philippines, particularly in the western portion of Mindanao, the Sulu archipelago, and some part in Palawan. They are composed of 13 ethno-linguistic groups such as Mindanao, Maguindanao, Iranun, Yakan, Tausug, Sama, Badjao, Jamamapun, Kalagan, Kalibugan, Sangil, Molbog, and Palawanon. Among these groups, the Maranao, the Maguindanao, Sama, Tausug, and Yakan are represented in the exhibition Luhul, Landap, Inaul, and Tenun fabrics of strength and protection among the Bangsamoro people. Bangsamoro resisted Spanish colonization, which is a primary factor in preserving and transmitting their culture, arts, and crafts up to the generation. Their textiles are among the most sophisticated textile tradition in the country. Their traditional clothing is hand-woven cotton and silk, which are both functional and decorative. They use colors to represent their traits: gold, yellow, and orange for royalty, red for bravery and strength, green for peace and tranquility, white for purity, and black is the favored color among the Maranao women for purity and dignity. Yakan of Basilan are known to be among the finest weavers in the Philippines. Tenon is the general term for Yakan woven cloth, and seputangan is the most intricate design worn by the women around their waist or as a headcloth. Ambalang Ausalin or Apu Ambalang from Yakan community in Lamitan was declared Manlilikha ng Bayan in 2016 for her exceptional skills and mastery of the linen or woven Yakan textiles, specializing in seputangan and sinaluan. Luhur or canopy usually hung from the ceiling as house decoration. Pis siabit is a traditional cloth worn as a head covering by the tausug of Holo. Manlilikha ng bayan, Darhata Sawabi o Parang Sulu, was an acknowledged expert in weaving pis siabit and was conferred the Manlilikha ng Bayan Award in 2004. Her remarkable skill was evident in the evenness of the woven textiles that she made, her faithfulness to traditional design, and in her teaching to the younger generation. Malong Landap is a symbol of royalty and value in the Maranao society. It is a tube skirt silk with decorative woven tapestry langkit. Inaul, a traditional woven cloth of the Mindanao, is made from the pedal loom, on which the weaver first arranges the threads to determine the colors, the quantity, and the length of the malong. Inaul is the Maguindanao word for woman. Bangsamoro communities in the southwestern Philippines experienced displacement from their homes, leaving their livelihood behind and relocating in evacuation centers due to armed conflict between the militant Muslims and the military forces. Their situation led the women to revive their weaving tradition to sustain and feed their families. And Mika Muzarin is one of those displaced individuals from Basilan, continuing the culture and tradition of Yakan in Zamboanga City.
Ako po si Maika Muzarin. Isa po akong native na Yakan. Dito na po ako ipinanganak sa Yakan Village noong 1978. Napunta po dito yung mga parents namin noong nagsimula yung martial law 1972. Yun po, kaya napadpad sila dito kasi dito sila nag-evacuate noon. Noong 7 years old ako, tinuruan na ako ng nanay ko mag-weave. At saka unang-una na itinuro sa akin yung maliliit na yung coaster, maliliit. Yun talaga nagsisimula yung mga kabataan noon sa mga maliliit na tenon, doon talaga. Para sa akin, paghahabi pa rin.
Okay lang yun.
A reminder for everyone, we will start the event in just a few minutes. But before anything else, here are some reminders for all of us.
Keep the background noise. Keep the back. Keep the background noise to a minimum. Make sure you mute your microphone when you are not speaking.
If you have questions, please reserve it for later or when the speaker tells us to do so.
Limit distractions and avoid multitasking.
Kindly utilize the virtual background that was sent through your Gmail accounts.
Members of the Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers of the Philippines Incorporated, in recognition of the constant involvement of technology, in uplifting the quality of life, and in accepting a personal obligation and dedication to our profession, its members, and the communities we serve, do hereby pledge and commit ourselves to the highest ethical and professional conduct, and agree to accept responsibility in making sound engineering decisions consistent with the safety, health, and welfare of the public, and to disclose promptly the factors that might endanger lives and the environment. Avoid real or perceived conflict of interest, or disclose existence of such to affected parties. Be honest, objective, impartial and realistic in stating claims or estimates based on available facts.
Rising up, back on the street, did my time, took my chances, went the distance, now I'm
Avoid at all cost graft and corruption in all its forms.
so many times, it happens too fast, you trade your passion for glory, don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past, you must
Improve the ethical understanding of technology and its appropriate application.
tiger, it's the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival, and the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and is watching us all with the eye of the tiger.
Continuously improve practitioners' technical competence.
Out in the heat, hanging tough, staying hungry. They stack the odds till we take to the for the kill, with the skill to survive.
Disclose full pertinent professional and technical limitations.
Rising up to the challenge of our rival, and the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all with the eye of the tiger.
Seek, accept, and offer constructive criticism of technical work, acknowledge and mitigate errors, and give credit where it is due.
Up, straight to the top. Have the guts, got the glory. Went the distance, now I'm not gonna stop. Just a man and his will to
Equally treat all persons regardless of race, gender, physical condition, age, or national origin.
the challenge of our rival, and the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all with the eye.
Protect and avoid injury to others' life, property, reputation, or livelihood by false or malicious actions. Observe utmost transparency, responsibility, due diligence and fairness, and accordingly, not manufacture, spread, or disseminate false, incorrect, unverified or misleading information or data against any co-member, or the IAE, its officers, employees and representatives or agents, in any form whatsoever, whether verbally, in writing or published, or whether through electronic means or otherwise, especially if such tends to discredit, besmirch the honor or integrity or impute a wrongdoing on the part of a co-member of the IAE, its officers, employees and representatives or agents. Support colleagues and co-workers in their professional and technical development, and assist them in complying with this code of ethics. Timely and fully comply and abide with any and all of his obligations to a co-member of the IAE itself or any third party.
Rising up back on the street. Till my time
Does not engage in or commit anti-competitive, fraudulent, and deceitful practices in any form, and uphold free and fair competition.
survive. So many times it happens too fast. You trade your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight just to keep them alive.
Buenas tardes.
Maayong uto.
Assalamualaikum.
Magandang hapon.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 9th Western Mindanao Regional Conference. I am Louis Angela Ebel,
And I am EJT Perez,
your masters of ceremony. There are no words we can use to describe how challenging, awful, unnatural this pandemic has brought us. Unfortunately, COVID-19 pandemic has caused a lot of experiences that is unlikely to be forgotten. We cannot deny the fact that all of us went through a lot during these past few years. Students, workers, the government officials, companies, councils, all of us are affected. With this, education, the manufacturing, businesses, and even the conduct of these events paused for a meanwhile.
years past we had this called new normal, and slowly we are adjusting by helping one another. As what Helen Keller said, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. That is why the Zamba Sulta chapter officers, together with the Western Mindanao regional officers, work hand in hand in order to make this 2022 Western Mindanao Regional Conference successful.
But before we formally start the event, may we request everyone to please stand for the doxology to be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem, Zamboanga Hermosa Hymn, and our very own IIEE hymn. And please remain standing for the reading of the IIEE mission and vision and core values.
I pray you'll be alright and watch us where we go and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. Lead us through our path, guide us with your grace,
luce che tu dai
I pray we'll find your light
nel cuore resterà
and hold it in our heart.
a ricordarci che
When stars go out each night,
l'eterna stella sei nella mia preghiera.
let this be our prayer.
Quanta fede
When shall be
c'è,
our day?
lead us to a place
Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved.
sogniamo un mondo senza più violenza, un mondo di giustizia e di speranza, ognuno dia una mano vicino, simbolo di pace, di fraternità. Forza che ci dà
We ask that life be kind
desiderio che
and watch us from above.
ognuno trovi amore
We hope it's all we'll find.
intorno e dentro sé.
Another soul to love. Let this be our prayer. Let this be our prayer.
Just like every child,
Just like every child, need to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved.
e la fede che hai acceso in noi. Sento che ci salverà. We are one in IIE mission and vision, instilling excellence in electrical profession, having a dynamic professional association, making innovative contribution to our nation. Chain and bolt, rising to any challenge, involving what's bolts and bolts, BEREE and RME, connecting industries by the electric circuits. Bind us together, IIE. With power cords cannot be broken. Bind us together, IIE. Bind us together, IIE. Bind us forever, IIE. Synchronize our hearts to reach greater heights and brighter lights. We serve humanity with the power of electricity, making rigid transmission great for reliability, ensuring little power loss and high efficiency, but shifting from one place the use of all energy. Bind us together, IIE. Bind us forever, IIE. With power cords cannot be broken. Bind us together, IIE. Bind us together, IIE. Bind us forever, IIE. Synchronize our hearts to reach greater heights and brighter light. There's only one institute, no one else can substitute. There's only one
At this juncture, may we call on Ms. Charlotte Quijano for the reading of the IIE Mission and Vision and Core Values.
IIEE vision to be the leading electrical professional organization globally. Mission to enhance the competencies of electrical practitioners to make positive contributions towards new trends and technologies. To be an authority of electrical engineering services that results to safe, reliable, and efficient systems. To consistently deliver high-quality products and services duly recognized by international organizations and institutions. To promote awareness on the use of environmentally friendly electrical products, services, and resources as well as active participation in disaster preparedness and recovery programs. The IIEE core values: integrity, honesty, transparency, and fairness in all aspects of our everyday lives. Innovation, to introduce changes or new ideas for continuous improvement. Empowerment, give officers and members the freedom to innovate and be recognized for their contribution to the institute. Excellence, the state of being extremely good in or outstanding in everything we do. Tagline, service for excellence.
Thank you, Ma'am Charlotte. At this juncture, you may parents, let us hear a heartfelt words and an inspirational message from our very own 2022 WMR Governor, Engineer Alexander Dico. Let us give him a virtual round of applause, please.
We would like to inform everyone that Engineer Alexander Dico is experiencing some technical difficulties. So let's please wait for a while. As for the meantime, we are going to present some of the sponsors for this event.
Sponsorship.
In 1928, future industrialist Albert Awad left the United States to join a modest embroidery factory, employing Filipinos in Mindanao, Manila, with his brother Sam, who earlier settled in the Philippines. 1930s. Before World War I, Mr. Awad connected and developed deep friendships and partnerships with other emerging business tycoons and diplomats including Henry C. John Okungway, George Lytton Jr., Edmund Deng, and Tony Assad. 1950s, his boyhood friend Paul Dibb, an electrical engineer and proprietor of an electrical wire and cable manufacturing company in New York, came to the Philippines to discuss producing U.S. standard electric wires in the Philippines. The discussion between Albert Watt and Paul Dibbs became the seed that started off American Wire and Cable. 1954, Albert Watt financed the venture and organized the very first wire factory in the Philippines to produce electric wires to spread power throughout Manila and out in small barrios. 1955, American Wire and Cable Company was incorporated in the Philippines. 1960s, as the business flourished, American Wire and Cable acquired a property in the southern part of Metro Manila to build a bigger and more modern manufacturing plant. In the next 6 decades, American Wire and Cable, also known as M-Wire, integrated and improved on the series of product testing in its assembly line to ensure that each product passes the standards for quality, resilience, correct lengths and weights in its category. Duraflex, the flagship product of American Wire and Cable, epitomizes the company's stringent manufacturing process. Since its launch, Duraflex has grown to be the brand of choice for the safest and most reliable wire and cables used in electrical transmission and construction projects. Over the years, M-Wire
We are sorry for the technical difficulties since Engineer Alexander Dico cannot be with us this afternoon due to problem in signal. Let us still continue with our program. At this juncture, we would like to present a virtual sponsored technical product presentation of American Wire. After which, may we call on Engineer Demi John Maramag to discuss to us his product presentation.
In 1928, future industrialist Albert Watt left the United States to join a modest embroidery factory, employing Filipinos in Mindanao, Manila, with his brother Sam, who earlier settled in the Philippines. 1930s, before World War I, Mr. Watt connected and developed deep friendships and partnerships with other emerging business tycoons and diplomats including Henry C., John Gokong Wei, George Lytton Jr., Edmund Dayang, and Tony Assad. 1950s, his boyhood friend Paul Dibb, an electrical engineer and proprietor of an electrical wire and cable manufacturing company in New York, came to the Philippines to discuss producing U.S. standard electric wires in the Philippines. The discussion between Albert Watt and Paul Dibbs became the seed that started off American Wire and Cable. 1954, Albert Watt financed the venture and organized the very first wire factory in the Philippines to produce electric wires to spread power throughout Manila and out in small barrios. 1955, American Wire and Cable Company was incorporated in the Philippines. In the 1960s, as the business flourished, American Wire and Cable acquired a property in the southern part of Metro Manila to build a bigger and more modern manufacturing plant. In in the next 6 decades, American Wire and Cable, also known as M-Wire, integrated and improved on the series of product testing in its assembly line to ensure that each product passes the standards for quality, resilience, correct lengths and weights in its category. Duraflex, the flagship product of American Wire and Cable, epitomizes the company's stringent manufacturing process. Since its launch, Duraflex has grown to be the brand of choice for the safest and most reliable wire and cables used in electrical transmission and construction projects. Over the years, M-Wire supplied most establishments in the Makati business district that specified its electrical wire products, becoming a long-term partner to a prestigious roster of customers. January 29, 2001, American Wire and Cable Company Incorporated received its very first ISO 9001-2000 certification. Since then, the company has continually received certifications on quality assurance from prestigious independent quality organizations including SGS Philippines Incorporated, TÜV Rheinland Philippines Incorporated, and Socotec Certification Philippines Incorporated. December 2008 Wall Street Journal, American Wire and Cable's goal is to help the Philippine electric industry to develop ways to service the people in the 7,000 islands in the Philippines with electricity 24 hours a day. 2013, former Lebanese honorary consul, Joe Assad, at the Rotary Club of Manila says, all the telephone and electric wires you see, hanging over all cities and provinces in the country today, are thanks to the vision of Albert Awad. 2015, since its incorporation in 1955, American Wire and Cable continued to provide world-class products that comply with local and international product standards, offering Filipino builders the best and most reliable wires and cables. 2020, American Wire and Cable Company Incorporated reached another milestone as the company celebrated its 65th year since its incorporation in the Philippines. 2021, as the construction industry faces new challenges in the new normal, American Wire and Cable Company Incorporated continues to provide a firm guarantee that each product remains faithful to the M-Wire legacy and integrity on quality, resilience, correct length, correct weight, delivering to essential services companies that supply electrical transmission and construction while keeping our employees and customers safe. For more than 65 years, American Wire and Cable Company Incorporated holds true to its commitment on quality that stands the test of time.
Buenas IIEE Zampasulta Chapter. Felicidades to the IIEE Western Mindanao region for holding its 9th regional conference in the beautiful city of Zamboanga. I am Engineer Demijan Maramag of American Wire and Cable Company Incorporated, manufacturer of global class and specification compliant Duraflex wires and cables. Not all wires and cables are the same. Wires and cables that are cheap and substandard are made from cheaper plastic and low-grade metals, undersized, underweight, not in compliance with local and international product specifications. At American Wire and Cable Company Incorporated, we remain steadfast in our commitment not to compromise on quality yet still remain competitive. Only the best quality raw materials are used in manufacturing Duraflex wires and cable. For copper rods, 99.9% pure continuous cast copper rods and 100% conductivity are used. For aluminum rods, Prime EC grade continuous cast aluminum rods, 99.5 purity and 61.4 conductivity are used. For testing procedures, we have 3 tests: the physical test, mechanical test, and the electrical test. For physical test, making sure that the copper rods has its exact measurement, at the same time, its appearance is in good condition. For mechanical test, applying force or stretching the material to determine the change in length and deformation. For electrical test, this tests for the wires for its integrity to withstand specific rating of current and voltages. Strict compliance to local and international product standards. Certifications and standard of quality. Bureau of Philippine Standards. Socotec Certification International. UL 83 rated. National Electric Code. British Standardization Institute. Japanese Industrial Standard. Insulated Cable Engineers Association. American Society for Testing and Materials. Rural Electrification Administration. American National Standard Institute. National Electrical Manufacturers Association. International Electrotechnical Commission. Philippine Electrical Code. Stringent manufacturing process. Wire drawing is the process in which copper rods are reduced to its desired size and length. Stranding. The process of stranding or bundling single wires to form a larger conductor to produce stronger and flexible cable. Insulating. The process of placing an insulating cover over the conductor to prevent current leakage on cables. Duraflex products. American Wire and Cable Company Incorporated offers various cables and wires like power cables, Dura Power Cable 600 volt PVC insulated, rated 75 degrees. Dura Power Cable 600 volt XLPE insulated, rated 90 degrees Celsius. Dura Power Cable 600 to 2000 volts XLPE insulated, rated 90 degrees Celsius. Dura Power Cable 2000 to 5000 volts lead-free PVC jacketed. Insulation levels are 100% and 133% grounded and ungrounded, rated 90 degrees Celsius. Dura Power 5000 to 8000 volts lead-free PVC jacket. Insulation levels are 100% and 133% grounded and ungrounded, rated 90 degrees Celsius. Dura Power 8000 to 15,000 volts lead-free XLPE for primary insulation and semiconductive compound. Insulation levels are 100% and 133% grounded and ungrounded, rated 90 degrees Celsius. Aluminum wires, ACSR aluminum conductor steel reinforced. Bare aluminum conductor steel reinforced used for overhead transmission or distribution of electric power. Duralin ACSR PE covered all aluminum conductor steel reinforced, rated 75 degrees Celsius. Duralin AAC PE covered all aluminum conductor, rated 75 degrees Celsius. Neutral supported secondary and service drop. PE covered all aluminum conductor with neutral support, rated 75 degrees Celsius. AAC bare aluminum conductor. Special cables, 3-wire. Concentric lay stranded AAC or ACSR, covered or extruded in 2 or 3 layers with or without conductor shield, XLP insulation, and black HDPE jacket or TRX LPE jacket, rated 90 degrees Celsius. Submersible pump cable, 3 3 soft drone bunch roleplay copper conductors, PVC insulation, PVC or PE jacket, rated 75 degrees Celsius. Duracord, SJT or service cord, rated 60 degrees Celsius or 75 degrees Celsius. Steel wire strand with Class A zinc coating and extra high strength grade. Bare copper, soft drone, medium hard or hard drone copper conductor. Control cable, multi-conductor stranded soft drone copper, PVC insulation, PVC or PE jacket, rated 75 degrees Celsius. Battery cable, thermoplastic battery cable, rated 105 degrees Celsius. Arc welding cable, thermoplastic welding cable, rated 105 degrees Celsius. Automotive cable, thermoplastic automotive cable, rated 105 degrees Celsius. And building wire. TF wires, lead-free thermoplastic fixture wire, solid or stranded, rated 60 degrees Celsius. TFN wires, lead-free thermoplastic fixture wire, solid or stranded with nylon jacket, 90 degrees Celsius. TW wires, lead-free, moisture-resistant, flame-retardant thermoplastic wire, rated 60 degrees Celsius. THW wires, lead-free, moisture and heat-resistant, fire-retardant, rated 75 degrees Celsius. THHN, THWN wires, lead-free, moisture and heat-resistant, flame-retardant thermoplastic wire with nylon jacket, rated 75 degrees to 90 degrees Celsius. THHN, THWN-2, lead-free, heat-resistant, flame-retardant thermoplastic wire with nylon jacket, rated 90 degrees Celsius. Aluminum THHN, THWN-2, lead-free, heat-resistant, flame-retardant thermoplastic wire with nylon jacket, rated 90 degrees Celsius. Flat parallel cord wire, lead-free, junior size all-plastic flat parallel cord, rated 60 degrees Celsius. Durex, lead-free, flat non-metallic sheeted cable, 2-core with or without ground wire, rated 60 degrees Celsius. UV jacketed wires, lead-free, flat non-metallic sheeted cable, 2-core with or without ground wire, rated 60 degrees Celsius. Duraflex packaging and security seals. Packaging by the box, ranging in size from 1.6 mm to 8.0 mm squared. Packaging by the coil, ranging in size from 14 mm squared to 30 mm squared. Packaging by reel, ranging in size from 38 mm squared and larger. For quality wires that stands the test of time, we assure that Duraflex is specification compliant and at par with global class standards.
And there we have it. Thank you so much, American Wire and Cable.
At this juncture, we would like to present to you the Certificate of Appreciation.
The Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers of the Philippines Incorporated, Western Mindanao Region, Zambasuta Chapter, Certificate of Appreciation is hereby presented to American Wires and Cables Incorporation in grateful recognition of their invaluable contribution to the Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers of the Philippines Incorporated. As sponsored technical presenter during the 9th Western Mindanao Regional Conference with the theme Leadership Rising Above Adversity Through Passion and Commitment Leading on the Road to Recovery. Held on October 6 to 8, 2022 at Palacio del Sur Martian Garden Hotel, Zamboanga City, given the 6th day of October 2022, signed by Engineer Mark Anthony U. Sebastian, the President of Zambasuta Chapter, and Engineer Alexander Dico, the Governor of Western Mindanao Region. Thank you so much, American Wires and Cables.
Again, thank you so much, American Wires and Cables. At this point in time, we would like to call on the support staff, one under membership department, a former Metro Manila region support staff, a singer, and the host. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Ms. Monica Mago CB to deliver the IIEE membership process flow and upgrade and benefits. Let's give her a warm round of applause, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible po? Thank you so much. So on behalf of our head, Ms. Alma Larce, I will be presenting to you the IAE membership upgrade and benefits. So to start with, this presentation wishes to inform the general membership on the latest update regarding the 2020 IAE CBL, Article 3 membership grade classification, the introduction and navigational presentation of the newly enhanced IAE portal, including the IAE UID, ECOGS, CPD, casting of e-ballot, and also included in this presentation is the special features for chapter president. Also, the presentation of IAE membership benefits, presentation of tasks and committee assigned to the membership department and other department in IAE. So for the 2020 approved IAE CBL Article 3, the membership grade classification, the membership of the institute shall consist of licensed and non-licensed members as follows. Section 1.0 licensed members. Number 1.1 is the regular members, professional electrical engineers, registered electrical engineers, and registered master electricians who fulfill the membership requirements. 1.2 life members, regular members in good standing and reputation who have fulfilled the requirements of the life membership. The requirements are the following. Number 1, must have 12 years active membership prior to application. Number 2 is endorsement letter from chapter president. Number 3 is copies of IAE ID. And number 4 is PRC card copy. For senior members, a senior member shall require experience reflecting professional maturity. To upgrade the senior member, the qualifications are as follows. Shall be a life member, shall exemplify a significant performance as a life member of the institute for at least 5 years, and the Board of Governors shall establish the mandatory guidelines for this purpose. So for the guidelines in the selection of the senior members, the deadline of submission is June 30, 2022, and this is under the Selection and Awards Committee. The candidates for senior members shall meet the following minimum requirements. Must be a holder of at least a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering awarded by a School of Engineering with a recognized electrical engineering program. Must be a lifetime member for at least 5 years at the time of application, with at least 10 years of active professional practice in the field of electrical engineering, and shall have shown significant performance of at least 7 years in one of or more fields of electrical engineering, including construction, consultancy, design, education, operation maintenance, research and development, management, and marketing. So for senior members, the application requirements are senior membership form, the duly accomplished senior membership form, the reference forms from the 3 senior members. So you're going to check for the senior members that we already have. And then the updated CV with attachments, the IE lifetime UID, employment certificate, seminars attended. And once you have completed the application form and the 3 reference forms are received by IIEE, they will be presented to the Selection and Awards Committee for evaluation. Successful candidates will be elected to the grade of senior member after approval by the Board of Governors. So the senior membership is awarded during the opening ceremony of the annual National Convention. For fellows, senior members who have qualified and have been conferred the distinction as fellow by the Board of Governors. The distinction as fellow recognizes the exceptional contribution and dedication to the electrical engineering profession. Note that the fellow membership is by invitation of the College of Fellows Committee. and the fellow membership is awarded during the closing ceremony of the annual national convention. And for the section 2.0 for non-licensed members, 2.1 is the honorary member, commendable individual, notwithstanding a non-electrical professional whose contribution to the welfare and advancement of the institute is exemplary, shall be conferred honorary membership in accordance with the guidelines established by the Board of Governors. And for the 2.2 auxiliary member, non-licensed BS Electrical Engineering graduates and BS Electrical Technology who manifested a remarkable interest in the objectives and activities of the Institute and who have complied with membership requirements. So the requirements for this is your diploma. And for the student member, so we have already discussed this. For the student member, the electrical engineering and technology students who are currently enrolled in a recognized engineering institution in the Philippines and duly fulfill the membership requirements. So these are for those who are enrolled in electrical engineering. And this is the latest IAE portal. As you can see, we have migrated last 2021 from the old portal to the new. So this is now the viewing if you're going to log into your IAE membership portal. So some of the members are still using the link, maybe na kasave po sa kanilang desktop or laptop. So please take note of this. This is now the new link for you to log into your IAE membership portal. And as well as this is now the application form for new members and new board passers. So what is the difference between the new members and new board passers? For new members, they already passed the board, but hindi pa po sila nagpa-member sa IAEE. And medyo natagalan na bago sila pa-member. So they are considered as new members. But if you are, if you just passed the board exam, like for example, ngayong taon, last May and this September, you are considered as new board passer. So in the application type, you can see new member and new board passer. Kung saan po kayo doon, i-click nyo lang po kung kayo ay nakapasa na before pero hindi pa nagpa-member, just click new member. And then kindly complete all the information required and you need to upload as well a copy of your picture kasi kapag hindi pa kayo nag-upload, then hindi po siya masasave. Then this is the members personal portal. I used the profile of your governor, our governor of Western Mindanao, Engineer Alexander dito. So as you can see, ang laman po ng inyong portal is your personal information like your email address, your contact number, your mailing address, and your as well as your membership information and employment information. So you need to click the each field requiring for you to complete the information. You can see the asterisk, yun po yung mga required. So you need to input all those data. Lalo na po dun sa field of specialization sa employment information, kailangan nyo din po mag-input. But if you are a new board passer and not yet working, you just need to click others. And then once your payment is already verified by the finance department, then your status would be verified. As well as some of the members are asking why their PRC information is not reflected in their IAE portal. So if you're using your mobile, you will be able to see the navigation section. But if you are using the desktop or laptop, you will be able to see diploma in PRC right away. So if you're using your mobile, you just need to click the navigation, then diploma in PRC, and then you need to input your PRC details, and you need to complete it, your registration date, validity, the license number, without 00 in it, and then upload your PRC license. If you're a new board passer, you can upload your initial registration or the copy that the PRC gave to you as temporary copy of the ID. And once you already have your PRC ID, then you can update it in the IIA portal. So this is what I'm telling earlier. If you're using your mobile, then the navigation, and then upload all the necessary information for your PRC details to reflect in your account. And then here you will be able to see as well your CPD points. If you just click CPD points on the upper right hand corner, you will be able to view how many CPD points you have. So for new board passers, wala pa yung laman. But for the existing members already, we would like to advise that the copy of the certificate of appreciation, ang mga nakaka-upload po is 2021 down to 2022. Since nag-migrate tayo sa bago, then hindi pa po naka-upload yung mga previews. But no worries about it. You can just present the copy sa PRC starting from 2019 to 2022 certificate of appreciation. You just need to present the hard copy on the day of your appointment. And then here, you will be able to click and download your certificate of appreciation once it is already available in the IIA portal. And you will be able to see as well the equivalent points for it. And here, this is a sample of the certificate of participation for the trainings or webinars that you have attended. So it reflects the QR code in it, as well as the title of your webinars that you have attended, as well as the equivalent CPD points. So nabe-verify po yan ni PRC, and nabe-verify din yan kung legit po, kasi ang QR code po na nandyan is talaga naka-designate sa inyo. And this is the memorandum from the President regarding the use of the electronic certificate of good standing. So before, we are using the hard copy, the yellow one, but as of today, as of August 24, 2021, we advise the PRC as well, and that all the chapter presidents and the regional governors use the electronic copy. So wala na pong issuance dapat sa inyo pong chapters. So lahat po is directed na po sa IIE National. And you can request the electronic copy sa inyo pong IIE portal. Ayan. And this is the copy, the sample of your certificate of good standing. It reflects your name, your address, your chapter, your license details, as well as your type of membership in IAE, if you are a regular or a lifetime member. So yung mga RME po is already considered as regular member. And as well, it includes the QR code na kung saan ma-check kung talagang sa inyo po itong certificate na to. And nakalagay po dyan ang validity ng inyong certificate of good standing, which is March 31, 2023. Bakit po ito yung nakalagay? Dahil may mga nagre-request po ng mga December. So pag nag-request po sila ng December at kanila nakuha appointment is the following year, hindi na po nila magamit. So we provided this leeway na kung saan magagamit pa din po itong certificate. But the validity of the certificate of good standing is 1 year lamang po, since nagpapalit tayo ng mga signatory. And sa certificate of good standing, andito rin po ang inyo pong validity date ng membership. Kung expired na po ang membership nyo, of course, mag-check din po yan ng PRC. And this is the memorandum circular from the Office of the National President, na kung saan po meron po tayong requirements na kailangan para po kayo ay ma-issuehan ng certificate of good standing. So at least you have attended 1 general membership of the chapter, at least 1 chapter activity ng national, regional conference, ayan, and is not involved in any investigation for unethical practices of electrical engineering, not subject to any form of sanction, suspension, or disciplinary censure from his or her respective chapter and or the institute. And of course, regularly pay his or her annual dues, the membership fee, and abide by the provisions of the professional practice manual, and vote during the annual and the national or the chapter elections. So the member is required to vote po at least twice on the last 3 years Either national election and chapter election are both. And of course, failure to comply with the above mentioned requirements shall be subject to the non-issuance of the certificate. So we are hoping for your cooperation as the member of the institute that you will be able to abide on this memorandum. And the certificate of good standing online request procedure. So as I mentioned earlier, this is now, we already now have the new portal. So this is the link. You just need to input your username, your email, registered email address in our IAE portal. Kapag hindi na po yun yung gamit, so magkakaroon po kayo ng problema. Kung ano po yung naka-encode sa amin, yun po yung i-detect ng system or kikilalanin. So the password as well, minsan po maraming member na nagpapalit ng password na hindi nila matandaan. So kapag ganun po ang nangyari, that you don't remember anymore your username and your password, you can directly call us here in the membership department. We will be glad to assist you with that. And of course, for those who already access their IA portal, then you can proceed to step 2. Previously, it was called online request, but as of now, it is already called member request. You just need to click member request and then request for renewal first. Mauna po lagi ang renewal bago po ang certificate of good standing kasi before, pwede pong sabay before. But as of now, as per our procedure, pauna po ang renewal. So kapag na-activate na po ang inyong membership, saka lang po kayo makarequest ng certificate of good standing. And then there, you need to use as well Google Chrome as your browser. And there, if you requested for certificate of good standing, bago po kayo makapagbayad, you need to secure the approval of your chapter president. So once it is approved by your chapter president, makikita niyo na po yung pay button, and then you can proceed with the payment. But if hindi pa po approved, you can directly coordinate with your chapter president for them to approve it online through their IAE portal, so that you will be able to pay your request. And of course, marami pong tumatawag, nakapag-request sila, tapos nakabayad na. So maghintay po tayo ng 24 hours bago po namin matag for printing ang inyong certificate of good standing. So yung iba po kasi tumatawag na wala pang 24 hours. So you need to wait for 24 hours for us to verify your payment. And once it's verified, it will be tagged for printing. And then you will be able to click the paper button to download your certificate of good standing. And here, once you already, your request is already approved, and then you will be able to click the pay button. This is now the step 3, wherein you just need to click online Dragon Pay and complete purchase, and it will route you to Dragon Pay options, the payment options that you prefer. You can choose anything in this option na compatible po sa inyo. So kapag po nag-use ng mobile, nakikita nila yung agad OTC, over the counter cashier, but hindi po yun ibig sabihin na dito kayo sa national magbabayad or sa chapter nyo po. You just need to click the pay button para mag-route po kayo dito. And there you have it. Once nakapagbayad na kayo, I forgot, if you click the pay button sa Dragon Pay, it will send you an email instructions on how to pay, the reference number, and then once bayad na nga po kayo, ito na po, meron na siyang success na nakalagay, confirming that your payment is already successful. And then here, this is the paper button for you to be able to download your certificate of good standing. So since we are now in the digital era, innovation and digitalization, kahit hindi na kayo pumunta sa inyong chapter, mata-download nyo na po anytime, anywhere ang inyong certificate of good standing for your convenience. And this is now the new design of the ID. This is called Universal ID. Why? Kapag hindi pa po ito broken, hindi pa ito damaged, you can still use it on the following years. And hindi na po ito papalitan. So kapag hindi pa sira, pwede pong hindi nyo na ito isama sa babayaran sa susunod yung renewal. But it does not mean na kayo na po ay lifetime member kasi universal nga po itong ID to. Yung iba, akala nila lifetime member na sila. No po. Kaya lamang po ito naging universal is because it also includes the RFID and QR code na kung saan ginagamit natin sa lahat ng ating transactions sa IAE for the attendance, for the merchandise, and whatsoever. And here, one of the features as well of your portal is you will be able to vote for your convenience. Saan man kayo, basta mag-internet, pwede nyo pong i-click ang inyong election ballot. Yung iba po pinapadala sa email, but you can access it directly sa inyong IIE portal. You just need to click election ballot. And of course, ongoing ating annual election. So, pwede na po kayo bumoto. But please take note na nagkaroon po tayo ng extraction of data ng mga active members ng August 30. So, yun po yung deadline. So, kung active po kayo ng until August 30, 2022, makaboto po kayo. But kung nag-renew po kayo ng September 1 onwards, hindi po naka-reflect dito ang inyong balota. So for those who are already still active, August 30, ayan po, i-click nyo lang po yung election ballot so that you will be able to cast your votes. And then don't forget to, for your e-ballot, iboto po yung tamang number para po hindi maging invalid. And here, for the procedures that you are looking for, para din po hindi tayo maabala sa pagtatanong by calling us or by emailing us, you can directly access the FAQs in the website. Pwede nyo po itong i-forward sa iba nyo pong kakilala para po alam po nila kung paano po i-navigate ang ating portal. So here, you can see the frequently asked questions, kung paano po mag-renew sa PRC, kung paano mag-renew sa IAE, kung paano magpa-member, change chapter, and of course, the COGS request. And here, sa chapter president po, meron po tayong access on chapter president. Tulad ng sinabi ko, they are the ones who approve the request for certificate of good standing. Then, ayan po, they can view. Number one is they can view their active and inactive members. They just need to swipe on the left side para makita yung inactive. And of course, naka-blue button, naka-blue yung color ng button for them to view their active members. And here, this is the viewing of the chapter president. Makikita nila kung nag-request kayo. If they click the pen button, they will be able to approve. But most of the chapter presidents po nag-input ng remarks. So, pag naka-receive kayo ng email na may message, ibig sabihin nun, meron po kayong kailangan i-coordinate sa inyong chapter president. Ayan po. So, you need to directly communicate with them. But once it's approved, then as I mentioned, you will be able to click the pay button. And of course, as a member of the Institute, your benefits are the following. May free subscription po kayo sa Electrical Engineer Magazine, the electronic copy, discounts on books and merchandise, free discounts in the technical seminar and convention registration fees, free use of IAE facilities, the IAE library, job placement, may provision po tayo dito sa ating website as well as sa Facebook group. Then job technical information assistance, the certification in ASEAN, APEC registry and ACPER, death benefit, and medical assistance. So I'll elaborate more later for the death benefit and medical assistance. And here, the membership department is glad to assist you with the following: the membership UID and COGS processing, the membership status verification, the PRC renewal assistance, the PRC initial registration processing assistance, the PRC conversion assistant EE to REE, and of course the death benefit and medical assistance. So we have committees na naka-assign po sa membership department. Number one is the selection and awards. The chairman is Engineer Elmer O. Casao. And they are the one who is responsible or um, convene to arrive or for the bid for most outstanding EE, bid for most outstanding RME, bid for PRC outstanding EE, most outstanding chapter, and senior membership upgrade. And of course, we have the College of Fellows. The chairman is Engineer Fortunato Silenes. And the upper, the chairman is Dr. Florigo C. Barona. The CSE or the Council of Student Chapters, ang chairman po is Engineer Hirona Fines C. De Guzman. And for the Upland Lucky Dove, which I am the staff support, the chairman is Engineer Vincent Pelago. This is our IAA Corporate Social Responsibility. And Membership and Chapter Development Committee, the chairman is Engineer Rodito Sigualves, which I am also the staff support. And here, this is the PRC renewal performance for claiming through IAE. Of course, you need to have secured appointments at PRC. You can access it through the link prc.gov.ph. And para po ma-assist namin kayo, kailangan po bayad na po ang inyong appointment. And of course, you need to provide us the special power of attorney if you are from the foreign land, kung nasa ibang bansa po kayo at gusto niyo magpa-assist sa amin, then you need to provide a special power of attorney from the Philippine Consulate. But if you are here in the Philippines, you can send us the special power of attorney. And of course, naka-notaryo po yon. And then IAE Certificate of Good Standing po provide po sa amin. And then of course, your attendance for the seminars or ANC or conferences. And please take note of this, that the venue of claiming must be PRC, PICC, Pasay City. So kapag ang appointment po is PRC Nueva Ecija or PRC Pampanga or PRC Cebu, hindi po namin kayo, as much as we love to assist you with that, para i-claiman yung ID, authorized lamang po kami sa PRC, PICC, Pasay City to claim your PRC ID. And here, this is the death benefit requirements for claiming, the letter of death benefit claim, the disease information death claim, death certificate, membership ID. Kailangan po ang record po is not expired in the time of his death, beneficiary valid ID, other permanent documents, the marriage certificate, the life certificate, and the affidavits. And of course, we are providing assistance, medical assistance, and these are the requirements for claiming, the request letter of assistance, the medical assistance form, the medical certificate, the medical prescription, the membership ID. And of course, this death and medical assistance funds are taken from the revenue during the annual national convention and approved by the board. So we highly encourage everyone to please attend our upcoming 47th annual national convention. And here, this is the team of the membership department. Our head is Ms. Alma Larce. So ang kanya pong team is Ms. Carla Teves, Ms. Thea De Guia, ako po, Ms. Monica Sibi, and Ms. Mabel Soleta. And for any concerns po that you have or any queries, you can send us an email, most especially if you are having a hard time to log into your IAE membership portal. So our overseer, the membership department overseer is Engineer Lyndon R. Bagge, PE, BEP for Internal Affairs, and currently the chairman or the 2022 Convention Bureau Director. And for marketing department, kung saan makakabili kayo ng mga books, published books, merchandise, mga PE magazine of advertisement concerns, PE magazine subscription, conference sponsorship, virtual event exhibition demo, then you will contact the head, Ms. Mary Ann Gillian, and the overseer is Engineer Alberto R. Ferreira Jr., the VP for External Affairs. And of course, for the technical department, for the training and seminars inquiries, the PRC CPD applications, you may coordinate with Ms. Yala and Miraran. And then the overseer is Engineer Ramon Z. Gatchalian, the VP for Technical Affairs. And for the finance department, you may coordinate with Ms. Jenny Arada. The overseer is Engineer Catalina Rania, the National Treasurer. And for the admin and HR department, the National Secretariat, we coordinate with Ms. Maydeen Lonson, and the overseer is Engineer Esperanza Ecoliado, the National Secretary. And for BEE, PEE application, ACPE foundation inquiries, you may coordinate with Ms. Rona Pojas. The overseer is Engineer Feliciano Padua, the national president. And here, as I mentioned, this is the features or the viewing of the IIE website. You can check all the upcoming conferences, all the upcoming seminars here. Andiyan po nasa flash news. So you just need to click and register. And for the chapters, ayan po, meron din po tayong schedule for webinar or online meeting. Pwede niyo po i-click yan to coordinate with us. And of course, if you are having a hard time as well, communicating with us via email or via phone call, you can just utilize the ticketing po sa ating website. Just need to type in or select the inquiry and then click submit. Ayan. So, accomplish nyo lang po ito sa ticketing. Then, ito po ay may receive ng executive department and your concern will be forwarded to the concerned department. And of course, a friendly reminder, kindly document or take photo all chapter activities para po isama natin ito sa ating bid for most outstanding accredited professional organization, as well as para po ang inyo pong mga members ay updated din sa kung ano nangyayari po sa chapter. And there you have it. That concludes my presentation. Once again, thank you very much for the privilege, IEE Western Mindanao Region family, for the privilege on behalf of Ms. Alma Larce to share the membership benefits and upgrade. Thank you very much and God bless everyone.
Ayan. Thank you very much, Ms. Monica Mago CV. Should there be any questions regarding the IIE membership process flow, upgrades, and benefits, please utilize the Q&A box for it to be acknowledged. Ayan, all right. There seems to be a lot of questions sa chat box. Yeah. So, for our first question, ma'am, from Venancio Junior Pantinople. So, what is the timeline for receiving the timeline from the end of the training or seminar?
The timeline for the trainings po. So, for the webinars or trainings that you have attended, the CPD points is valid for 3 years. So, for example, magre-renew po kayo sa PRC ngayong taon, ang kukunin po nilang certificate is 2019 to 2020.
Ayan. Mr. Venancio, nasagot po ba yun?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're pertaining to the timeline. So the timeline po, do you mean sa portal po ba ito? So kung yung posting po ng ating certificate sa portal is we are asking for your patience because bulk po ang ating mga ina-upload. So usually it takes 20 working days. However, minsan nagkakaroon tayo ng delay due to bulk seminars or webinars that we are having po lalo na sa national office.
Ayan. So, to proceed to our next question, we have a quick question from Ma'am Teresa May Koyam. Hello po, ma'am. Recently, I renewed my license in the PRC, and as I go through the process of renewing, they mentioned that the CPD points in the PRC portal is not enough CPD points garnered yet in my IIE portal. It was reflected po that I garnered more than enough credits. It seems that CPD points reflected in my IIE portal is not similar on the PRC portal. Why is it?
Thank you, Ma'am Teresa. With that, Ma'am, siguro I'm not sure kung ano po yung na-present yung mga webinars po, but kung 20 ilang points to. Kung ano po yung naka-reflect, kung more than po yung nasa IE portal, as I mentioned earlier, yung mga webinars po natin, kailangan nyo present yung 2019 to 2022. And hindi rin po naka-parallel yung ating mga points na nabu-view nyo po doon sa portal kasi hindi naman po naka-direct sa PRC yung ating portal. So, kung ano lang po yung na-apply ng inyong mga chapter, yun po yung, or sa national, yun po yung mga certificate na i-present nyo. But I'm not quite sure why hindi po tinanggap yung kung ano po yung present nyo sa PRC. So, can you send us the copy of their certificates for us to verify so that we can help you with that concern?
So again, for our next question po, we have a question from Mr. Johan Francis Patin. Good afternoon. Need help? I cannot log into IIE portal. Seems forgot my credentials.
So with that, sir, I guess hindi na po parallel yung inyong email address na naka-encode sa aming portal. So you need to call us po, and you just need to provide information because we have a Data Protection Act for us to verify na kayo po talaga yon, or you can just send us an email sa mga email na flash ko po kanina para matulungan po namin kayo.
Next question. Okay. All right. We also have an anonymous question. Kailan po makukuha ang IIE ID?
Hello po, sir or ma'am. You need to tell us your name so that we will be able to check on our record para po malaman po namin kung kailan kayo nag-renew and ma-check po namin kung na-dispatch na or nag-return to sender po yung inyong ID.
So do we have any more questions po from our participants? So I see none. So I guess we could proceed with.
Okay, so I think there are no more questions for Miss CB. So to proceed with our program, let me present the Certificate of Appreciation. Okay, so let me just read the citation. Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers of the Philippines, Western Mindanao Region, Zambasulta Chapter, Certificate of Appreciation is hereby presented to Ms. Monica Magos CB in grateful recognition of her invaluable contribution to the Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers of the Philippines, Incorporated, as resource speaker during the 9th Western Mindanao Regional Conference with the theme Leadership Rising Above Adversity Through Passion and Commitment Leading on the Road to Recovery, held on October 6 to 8, 2022 at Palacio del Sur Martian Garden Hotel, Zamboanga City. Given this 6th day of October 2022, signed by President of the Zambasulta Chapter, Engineer Mark Anthony U. Sebastian, and our Western Mindanao Regional Governor, Engineer Alexander Dico. Ayan, again, thank you so much, Ms. Monica Magos CB.
Thank you very much po.
All right, now to continue and get to hear from one of our virtual technical seminar guest speakers to discuss about prevent burst stator windings using model-based voltage current system analysis and vibration analysis. He is the CEO of Alps Maintaining Services Incorporated. Let us welcome Engineer Leonardo Dayon. Let's give him a warm welcome applause.
Good afternoon. Pwede na ako mag-share ng presentation ko, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
So, makita niyo yung presentation ko, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, magbisaya lang ako, ma'am, ha? Okay lang?
Okay lang, sir.
Okay, mga maayong hapon sa tanan participants diha. Ang akong i-share sa inyo is about ISO 20958. Mao ni siya ang technology na ginagamit namo pang energy audit sa mga electric motors o kanang paano ma-prevent nato na masunog ang mga motors sa sulod sa planta. So kani nga ISO daghan ni sa technology ano. Pero ako lang i-focus ang section 4.3.4. It is about model-based voltage current system analysis. So ang measurement ani ug analysis is naka-live ni siya sa direkta sa control panel sa motor or mga turbines. So mao ni ako ang kampanya, ako ang founder ani. Tapos it's a family business. Just to give you a background, graduate ako sa University of Mindanao, Davao City. High school ko Notre Dame of Tacurong sa Sultan Kudarat. Pagka-graduate na ako sa university, nag-scholar ako sa University of the Philippines as a Masteral Engineering Education. Then, kadyot lang ako nag-teach sa University of Mindanao, and then I work in a mining industry for almost 10 years. And then after the 10 years, miingaw man gud ang trabaho sa isla, I try to gamble working sa Manila, sa SK Philippines as an application engineer. So from electrical, ni trabaho ko mga mechanical side, mga bearings, dito ko nakakat-on kung unsaon man pag repair og motor bahin sa problema sa mga bearings. So after that, 7 years ako sa SKF, establish na ako ang Alps Maintaining Services. Tugod na itong 6 years ako sa Mindanao, mostly sa mga kliyente na nabisitahan ako sa Mindanao, including Zamboanga, nangayo sila, gusto kapangita sila ka ng mga service provider paano mag-repair sa mga blower, pumps, and motors. Mo nang nainitabang sa kuha na mag-finance og project o cash flow, mo naging tayo na ako ang Alps Maintaining Services. So for how many years, nakita po na ako na opportunity na daghan nagapangitag ng may transferred na akong experience, mga expertise knowledge, mao na ako establish ang LAD training and certification. Kani siya nga kampanya, initial na ako na nung LAD is my initial. Because mahilig tudlo. So nakipag-partner ako sa Mobius Institute sa Australia as a training partner bahin sa vibration analysis. So sa vibration analysis, mao gina isa sa mga akong master kasi medyo na-challenge ako. Mao ning akong i-share po sa kaning motor system savings, mao ni in-establish na akong kampanya tungod sa energy conservation. So ako naging present sa Singapore sa PFAN. Ang PFAN is an organization sa worldwide nagapangitag mga projects na ilang i-finance. So masking instrument is mga puro mga product. Yes, ma'am. May question, ma'am? Okay. So mao na ako ang certification. Anak nga ako, certification na mo sa Teco Westinghouse. Nag-training ako bahin sa repair sa motors. Professional electrical engineer ako, vibration specialist. So anak na ako na nagtrabaho sa Canada. Mao niyang mga certification. So ang focus na ako din sa presentation, if you'll notice, is based din sa energy efficiency policy opportunities for electric motor and drive systems. So ang focus na ako din sa presentation is more on electric motors because of this energy consumption niya. So sa motor, hindi lang motor ako gina-focus this includes around about yung buong motor, yung total systems. So initially sa karon mga program ang ADB, mga Asian Development Bank, mga PFAN, USAID bahin sa energy conservation. So they are trying to promote yung electric motor. So ang ilang gina-promote karon nowadays mga god na ang IE1 mo ni standard efficient na motor mo ni pinakadaan. Tapos nung mga 1990s ni gawas ang IE2 or high efficiency. So karon gina-emphasize sa mga ibang agencies sa laing mga lugar na gamiton ng IE3 or IE4 para natay ginatawag nila na energy conservation based on motor efficiency. So kung tanaw nato, medyo kamay lang iyang savings pag nagpadita. Nga naman, kasi ang IA1, let's say ang efficiency niya sa mga 50 horsepower is 90%. Ang IA4 nasa 97. So there is a difference of 7% lang. So anyway, what is very important is kung atong tanawon ng long term, it's a high time to upgrade o mugamit ang mga IA3 o IA4 because of the Energy Conservation Act. Now, uso po karon ng mga energy conservation gamit ang mga variable frequency drive. Siyempre, ang prinsipal na is instead na let's say sa mga blowers, instead na i-throttle nilang damper, it might as well reduce the speed para maka-save og energy. Isa na sa mga approach. Now, ang kung atong sundon yun ang tibuok, na mga problema ang machines na dapat po atong i-correct. So meaning, pag nag-compute i-upgrade nato ang motor from IE1 to IE4, nalatay savings, plus kung mga HVAC system na pwede na tamo gamit o variable frequency drive, so samot na dako ang atong makuhang savings. Now, ang ginadrive sa motor, for example, mga pumps and blowers, mga compressors, definitely may mga problema na siya. So, we have to tackle this problem para ang atong savings dako kayo. Now, dagan ako na-encounter mga problema sa among facility na nagapa-rewind ng mga kliyente namo din sa Tibok, Luzon na ang ilang motor is IE1. Karon, sige ko analyze ano ba kasigi magkasunog ang motor na IE1 na yung efficiency o IE2. Katude ay gagamit sila mga variable frequency drives. Kasi for the purpose of energy conservation, not knowing na kaning mga IE1 saka IE2 na efficient motors, dili sila suitable or ready for use na mogamit kag variable frequency drives. Murag na ay dili tama ang mga informations na nakuha. So, one for example sa Nestle, na sila mandate na tibok planta nila sa Pilipinas sa mga butangan o variable frequency drive. So, sige kasunog yung motor, okay lang sa mo kung sige kasunog motor, kwarta na Pero dili maunang ako ang rason. Ngano sige kasunog yung motor? Ano bang cause? Katude ay mga ka-BFD. So, ingon ako sila, you have to upgrade yung IE1 mo dun sa IE4, which is siya, BFD ready. Mo na purpose sa IE4, ready na siya para sa BFD. So ang approach na mo din is yung total power quality, variable frequency drive, mechanical, saka improper installation. Apil ang controller na. Mo ni among gina-analyze. So of course, mo ni ang standard na akong basihan na condition monitoring and diagnostic of machines, electrical analysis of three-phase induction motor. Okay. So, ang manufacturer, ang founder ani is a Turkish guy, doctorate in electrical engineer. Sa 20 years niyang experience na sa motor, na-develop ng technology na model-based current, voltage current system analysis. So, mao na siya na gin-appeal sa ISO kaning ihang technology. So, mao na among mga certifications, artises, tapos partner kami ni ABB as para sa mga repair sa motors, saka motor and drives. Sa mga gearbox, partner po kami ni Flender. Now, I'm trying to relate yung diagnosis sa tao. Pero sa ako, retired naman yun ako. Nagpa-check up ko perme sa heart. One time na to ko clean sa hospital, nagpa-check up ako. Ang unang ginahimo sa doktor, sa nurse for example, is kuha sa temperature sa body. Now, what I'm trying to relay here is kung paano mag-analyze o machine problems. So ako gina-correlate sa tao. Ako na tao na of course may mga sakit po. So pag nakita sa nurse na ang temperature na ako taas, he will go on further analysis. So mangutana sa sir, may problema sa heart. Siyempre kung maingon ko na, idalon ko nila sa ECG. So pa-laboratory nila akong dugo. So they have to conduct some initial testing procedures. Mao na yung sistema na sa ECG, gagamit sila ginatawag nato na kaning mga spectrum ana. So kanang spectrum frequency, makita po nato ang kanang mga frequency mo na yung mga defect frequency na makita nato sa mga bearings, sa mga misalignment, tanan mga vibration related problems sa mechanical side makita nato. Now, kaning bako na ako, kaning technology sa ISO 20958 naman, they use the electric motor as a sensor. So, sa vibration, they use an accelerometer. Dinhin naman sa model-based voltage current signature, current system analysis, motor ang ilahang sensor. So, these are called as defect frequency. So, ang question kasi, kaning motor na 400 horsepower, nisulod sa amuang, pina-rewind sa amuang. So, kaning kliyente, naana sila online vibration analysis. Naa sila online monitoring sa temperature. Naa sila online monitoring sa amperahe, sa voltahe. Now, ang question is, in spite of the fact na kompleto ang ilang monitoring system, wala mo trip ang motor. Nasunog lang bigla. So, meaning to say, there are some may mga areas na hindi nakalibrate yung mga tripping device or dili nag-trip ang device or gin-analyze na ako ang ilang amperahe na online. Actually, yung motor is overloading already. Wala nila yung pansin. So, prior to burn motor, nadaot ang compressor. So, ilang yung pa-rehab, hindi naman ma-rehab ang compressor, di palit sila brand new. So, it took 8 months. After 8 months, nung kinopol nila yung compressor sa motor, ang motor karon ang nasunog. Ang question ko sa ila is, wala nyo ginparehab ang motor for that duration of 8 months. So, kamot na lang ang department manager. So, kabalo ko na under pressure siya. Siyempre, ay niagi naman ta sa minahan. Ay sa minahan, kanunay ako masunog ang motor. So, bulyawan nila ako sa radyo. Saan man ako mahimo katong panahon na, wala man ko'y Ingon anin na technology. Ang naasa ko siniadto mga 1990s, 80s. Screwdriver man lang o kanang Miger. Mo nang pag nasunugan kog medium voltage, bulyaw na sa radyo. Tapos ang performance na ako, wala ako increase. Paki-mute na lang yung ubang ano diya. So we can prevent this definitely.
Saka na sila?
Uh, kani sa isang example na mga conveyor belts, mga gears, kaya nato na i-prevent. So mga yun ani kanang kada defect sa gear sa conveyor belts na tinatawag na defect frequency. So anong difference nung ISO 29580 o ISO 10816-3? Kaning ISO 29958 is an advanced diagnostic techniques in induction motors while in operation under unknown load. Examine the difference between actual and predicted currents. So mo na yung trabaho. Whereas ang ISO 10816-3 vibration analysis, nakita niya yung mga condition ng machine problem sa karon. So mo na gina-trending ang vibration measurement niya para ma-predict kanos madaot kanang component sa machine. So mo na difference sa dalawang ISO standards. So sa motor, if there are any defects, so ang gina-monitor ng technology is the air gap. So sa air gap, of course, naay mga ginatawag nato natay formula. So amperahe, so naay mga mathematical computations, ginatawag nila ng mga advanced mathematics or they called it Laplace transformation or Fourier transformation. So ang basehan nila din is the air gap eccentricity. So kung na-fault ang mga motors, makita po niya sa mga kaning mga signals. So ang fault karon is makita nato kung na mga changes. So may bawa nato na natay stator fault at rotor fault based on this particular formula. So kaning mga formula is being measured using oscilloscope na sila mga amperahe. Siyempre, kanang oscilloscope is a signal. Then they try to develop the algorithm using Fourier transformation. So, kaning air gap, it's either static or dynamic. Nakita niya tanan mga problema because of the torque. So for every problem, there is a different type, there is a different amplitude o signal ng torque. Mo na ma-identify nila which particular component ng machine ang dunay problema. So what is behind these technologies? So first, we have to understand na energy consumption of each fault dito sa total motor system, kaya po nato i-prevent ang pagkasunog sa motor through continuous monitoring. So this is the steps kung saan nato pag-determine. So here we will use the motor or generator as the sensor. Then next is the algorithm or the artificial intelligence based dun sa ISO 29958 section 4.3.4. Mo na siya algorithm na gin-develop nila as an artificial intelligence. Kabalo naman ta karon panahon, uso karon ang mga artificial intelligence. So of course, nakabalot ta sa mga machine problems kung say cause. So the next step is paano nimo i-treat yung machine problem na hindi na siya pausap-usap. Mo ni challenge din So ang first and second step medyo madali lang. Pero ang pinakadakong challenge din is kung saan nimo pag-correct sa problema na dili na siya pabalik-balik. Mao ni challenge din ni that requires experience. Experience ang kailangan din ni. So mao ni ang technology. So first, natay physical asset. Kaning physical asset mao ning motor. Kaning digital twin mao ni ang database na sa sulod sa instrumento, millions of types of motors na ilang for each motor na siya sariling algorithm kung anong defect. So, yung output sa physical asset, which is the current one, and the output on digital twin, which is the current two, iha nang ima-match. Kung ano yung nag-match, mugawas karon din ni ang whatever the difference, mugawas ang ihang fault. So, ang measurement nato din ni is voltahe because of the power quality. Yung amperahe ni mugawas din ni is the load mismo niya. So, kung na-defect sa load, yung current signature mo usab. So, mao ni mga defect frequency, yung output ng difference between the current number 1 and current number 2. So, the input voltage, kung gwapo ang quality sa power na input sa motor, of course, because of the air gap, dito ang mag-change ang output nato. So voltage natin harmonic distortion, fluctuation, at saka unbalance. Kaning voltage variation, dako kayong impact ani pag abot sa output, which is the current, yung amperahe, yung current signature. So again, this requires no experience or no expertise, I mean to say. So because of the artificial intelligence tool, yung kaning software iyang develop para kita mga engineers dili kita maghuna-huna kung sa mga problema. Yung mga question mamaya kung naaman, unya lang na ako entertain ha. So mao ni ang artificial intelligence na develop nung tag-iya sa artists. So the treatment is Mobius Institute is ISO company, a certified company that handles training bahin sa mga maintenance, mga vibration, terminal scanning, ultrasonic. So sila na naga-training. So case number 1, kabalo ka sa planta, which is normal lang na, no? Pag naibagong technology, they will challenge. Actually, I had been challenged na ang mga end user dili mo tuo sa mga result nung yung model phase voltage current. So mao ning result karon. So after the measurement of 7 minutes na lumabas karon nga natay stator fault. So ingon sa kliyente, paano makaroon ng stator fault ano man na bagong wala pay 3 years ang motor. Look, ang motor ani is around roughly around mga 550 kilowatt, 6,000 volts. Dako kayong motor ni, it's a vertical mounted. So yung ako, sige, let's see, let's open the motor. So gin-test na mo ang motor, yun, ano ni siya karon. Kaning stator fault, nakita ang search test, may problema. So ingon na ako sa engineer, swerte ka na naagapan ng dili nasunog ang motor. Pag nasunog ang motor, you know how much will the company cost doon sa repair? It's 6 million. Pawa ka mahal, siyempre, that is a medium voltage. So, now, yung nga ang bearing, kapila na kami nag-cambio bearing, palit na putag bearing. Teka, ano kinon sa man yung bearing, ano nagpalit mo? Terminal na kadaot. So, wala sila kabalon, nagikan ako sa SCEF. Okay, anong bearing number? So, 7 series, 7320. Tagay ko picture kung paano yung mount. Nung pinakita nila yung picture, na-notice na ako, baliktad. Yung ako baliktad yung position sa bearing. Paano mo nasolti? Dito na ako sa laging istoryahan, prangkahan. Ako, 7 years ako sa SCEF, mauna akong trabaho. Kabalo ko isang klaseng bearing na, paano siya i-mount. Basta bearing lang. Kabalo ko. So, dito, patuon na lang sila. Karon, trace up nilang history, baliktad ng ilang pagkabit sa bearing. Kasi nasa sila yung picture before nila gikambyuhan. Now, na-side effect na worn out ang bearing housing, both non-drive saka drive-in. So dako ang damage actually. So pati shafting. So para masabtan nila ako sila giingnan, ako vibration ISO vibration analyst ako category 3. So na ako lisensya. So pinakita na ako kaning spectrum. So vibration, para makita mo ang spectrum sa stator fault, kailangan lang kabalo ko sa number of slots times the running frequency. So, okay. After nung repair, it took us 2 weeks just to train them on how to repair the motor. Mo na ni-resolve karon. Although napay bearing issues, but kani nga bearing issues hindi pa masyado develop So makita nimo sa ubos, equipment is working as expected. Sa ato pa, wala na siya energy losses. So mo ni yung output 96.95% ang load niya. So guwapo na. Harmonics wise, power quality, wala problema. So mo ni yung spectrum. So case number 2. This is a cement company sa Dipolog. So na sila yung problema na wala pa 5 years ng motor eh. So magainit ang motor, nakita na ako na yung mga tawagan na yung mga ventilador. Kaning picture makita nyo, is just a picture no. Ang motor anang i-discuss ko sa inyo, nasa ubos ako ang motor ni. So after nakuha na mo ang result, na problema sa bearing, na problema po sa rotor. Kani nga motor is a variable frequency drive. So ginanalyze na ako kaning rotor bar, rotor issue, kung across the line ang method of starting, kung frequent ang starting ani, definitely madaot yun ang rotor. Ang tawag na mo sa vibration analysis is a rotor bar. Pero naka-variable frequency drive siya. So meaning to say, yung frequent ang start and stop niya, hindi yun ang magiging root cause ng problema. Of course, ang bearing is defined because nakita na ako na yung mga ventilador, nag-init manggod ang bearing. So from there, ginanalyze na ako ang spectrum, nakita yun na ako nga na-daot ang bearing sa outer race. Kanang outer race kanang BPFO, kanang inner race BPFI. Mo sa drive and bearing. So yung vibration analysis ko, nakita na ako na problema ang bearing, nag-yellow. So there, may problema. So gintanaw po na akong spectrum na ako'y nakitang rotor bar pero gamera kayo. So mao ning mga bearing defect niya. So inexplain na ako sa presidente ng kampanya o CEO, COO, who is also a professional electrical engineer. So sa ayun na ako sa ila, look, ang bearing nyo is walay ang bearing naka-mount din based no sa nameplate sa motor is not insulated bearing. So in-explain ko sa kanila ang epekto sa variable frequency drives na current na nagadagan, kuryente nagadagan sa rotor. Morning na daot ang bearing. So morning makita nimong picture na kailangan proper grounding kaning bearing. Pero grounding this kind of bearing will not help solve the problem. So these are the solutions. So grounding ring, carbon brass, or hybrid ceramic bearing. Kaning hybrid ceramic bearing, ang iyang suffix is Victory Lapu-Lapu 0241. Mao ni ang suffix sa insulated bearing. So kinahanglan mao gyud imong ikabit dito sa non-drive sa bearing para ma-solve nato ang problema, and then at the same time butangan nato grounding system para mawala yung problema doon na gikan sa variable frequency drive. So morning istorya sa CEO, Ay usahay dili man gyud mo tuo mga uban ba na kumbaga to see is to believe. So gimbasa niyang manual, nakita niya na naay dapat na insulated bearing. So mao ni instrumento na ginagamit nako na pwede niyong gamiton pang audit sa planta, pang diagnose sa mga machine problems. So mao ni yang mga features pang electrical ni siya, very challenging job. Mga problema sa machine, makita niya regardless kung mechanical or electrical. Sa process, yung mga cavitation, turbulence, mga ganon. Energy efficiency, makita niya. So, is applicable a three-phase system, fixed or variable speed. Para sa generator, compressor, fans, blowers, conveyor, motor-driven equipment. So, mao ni iyang connection. Gina-connect namo sa panel or kung naay kontrata, we will install an R plug para dili na may close open sa panel, which is very dangerous. So mao ni mga faults niya, electrical, mechanical, saka load analysis. So kani nga instrument kailangan yun sa engineer as a doctor doon sa iyang mga rotating machines. Without this instrument, maghula-hula ka lang, mape-pressured ka pa sa management kung nasunog yung motor. So with this instrument, nakakanay panangga sa management na mo ni ang fault. So we have to take actions para dili na pausap-usap yung problema. So these are the equipments. So dako kayong coverage. Sa transmission, mga coupling, gearbox, pulley, flywheel, chain. So pwede po sa mga power plants, turbine generator. So yun na ng concept, 24/7. So air gap lang gyapon ang ginabantayan. So mao ni ang connection. So naka-connect sa CTPT. So naka-cloud siya actually. So makikita mo ang measuring ano niya, kung na internet, pwede mo i-access sa cloud. So kaning cloud nasa customer na ang decision kung mag-subscribe siya o dito na mismo sa iyang laptop. So morning setup sa cloud system. So ang software to be installed with the local server, so morning RTSys Enterprise, Viewer, SQL, EMCL. So kanisa pag in-install na sa panel sa motor, i-connect na siya usa sa internet para i-install yung software, i-set up yung data, ang mga parameters para pag after that, diretso-diretso na siya. So mao ning mga management information na makuha nato. So mga trending, mga pila ka buok ang may problema, ano siya. So mao ning overall picture sa mga machine problems. Kung daghang machine, makita mong color coding lang, traffic light, red means na ay problema ang machine. So naputay bar chart to have a comparison, ano yung mga previous and after na mga result. So mao ning mga spectrum. So napoy trending na makita nato kung ano ang performance sa imuhang machine. So proven fault detection algorithm with a high accuracy and high precision. What my experience here is almost 98% ang precision niya. This is an example of case study ng online monitoring. This is a compressor. So makita nato na bearing stator fault. So very defined. So kung may problema na yung stator fault, anong buhaton nato? We have to pull out the machine, the motor, and do this preventive maintenance or repair. So mo yung bar graph before and after na, no? Naka-trending na siya. So stator fault, check the stator for short circuit, winding slackness, isolation fault, partial discharge, mga offline testing na. So kanang winding slackness, na instrumento po diha na pang check ng ginatawag nila na LCD. So here, pag nakita nato na yung problema, then it's time na we have to verify using the LCD testing instrument. So mo ni ang trending. Okay? Now, so vibration. So vibration naman is we have to be based doon sa ISO 10816-3. Kaning standard mo ni mga acceptance level nato kung reliable ba yung machine na nagadagan. So natay class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4. So 15 kilowatt, 75 kilowatt, rigid yung support, flexible yung support sa 75 kilowatt. So on the left side, makita nato mga problema sa motor failure, misalignment, tiguang ng motor, bearing failure, single phasing, contamination, tsaka overloading. Mano yung makita po nato sa vibration. So again, going back to sa instrument. So frequency is that effect frequency na makita nato sa machine. Kung may problema, ang frequency mismo ang atong pangitaon with reference dun sa running speed ng machine. So these are the spectrum patterns. So daghan siya kayo, no? So as a vibration specialist, ang unang na akong tinakil is to memorize this pattern. Kailangan ako ma-memorize, then what is the configuration ng machine. So, ano yung mga patterns na I try to learn by heart, memorize it by heart. So, again, katong mga patterns na na-mention ako kanina, naanap po na isa sariling artificial intelligence. So, first step, we have to use the accelerometers. And then the diagnosis is based on the algorithm or the artificial intelligence called Accurex. Mo ni ano na naka-pattern eh. And then step 3, once na na-diagnose mo na, kay automatic mo na mag-diagnose. So kami mga vibration specialist, mawala na gyud sa eksena kay na may algorithm. By the way, kaning algorithm na Accurex was developed by vibration experts na category 4. Category 4 is the pinakamataas. For example, sa vibration, no, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Ako, level 3 ako. So, kaning mga category 4, they develop the algorithm para for a certain configuration ng machine plus nung na running speed o kilowatt niya, pag magkatugma na sa ilang mga algorithm, it will identify automatically the fault. So once na ma-identify mo na yung fault, you have to treat, i-correct mo yung machine problem. For example, bearing. Of course, you have to replace the bearing. Kinanglan, kabalo ka kung saan mo pagtanggal og mount og bearing. Dili lang pataka lang na bunuto natong bearing using oxyacetylene or i-mount nato bearing gamit martilyo. That's not the proper way. So kailangan ang technical people involved must be trained on how to repair a certain machine. Dili pwedeng magpatahan. Otherwise, sige lang, balik-balik ang sakit sa problema. So, mo na treatment na ginaingon na ako. So, these are the instruments na depende sa kaya sa budget, ano. So, natay machine defender, kanisa sensor lang, wireless sensor plus yung mobile cell smartphone. So, naay application dito na machine defender or bearing defender. So natay Falcon, kaning Falcon is hardware ni siya na measurement nakarota. Eagle is a wireless sensor that pick up a signal every hour. And then yung NVX is a 24/7 monitoring instrument. So tala na siya, it boils down, ato na siya sa software para i-analyze. So mo ni yung mga products. So we have here kani siya machine defender na siya, natay Falcon, natay mga online monitoring. So, dito sa mga ubang instrument, let's say dun sa mga machine defender, pwede, let's say, nakay problema, pwede nimo pinduton ang work order o remote monitoring for us to diagnose the machine dito sa cloud. So, basahon na mong spectrum, then we will provide you our findings and our recommendations. So, naka-subscription ang cloud system. So, money ang setup ng cloud system. So, ang software is Nest. I will not elaborate. Medyo taas kayo ng ano. This is the software ng vibration analysis. The treatment. Morning gusto kong i-share sa inyo. Treatment. This Mobius Institute provides the training ng mga technical guys, vibration specialists. Pati ako, I also offered training about electrical maintenance. Pero ang maintenance na ako is more on rotating machines. Wala ako'y experience buying sa substation. Wala ako'y experience buying sa transmission line. Because wala ako'y interest kanang area. Ako medyo nakaroon lang ako ng interest sa rotating machines. So, we have to focus on to regain the control. Money training sa Mobius Institute. So, para ma-regain mo yung control, you have these machine reliability transformations. So, naa din ang mga vibration, paggamit sa model-based voltage current signature analysis, mga thermal scanning, any preventive maintenance tools, gina-apply na siya gamiton, and how to correct it, that is another subject matter na i-discuss, na kailangan diha agin matrain ang mga personnel yung hands-on training kung saan pag-prepare sa machine. So we have to focus on what we can control. Of course, what we can control is based on the information na nakuha nato conducting preventive maintenance. So mao ni ang flow chart on how to do the treatment. So asset reliability transformation is the key to happy life. Kaninga training, which we conducted also the training. It's either face-to-face or online. So dini i-tackle tanan ang mga steps para ang tanan nimong asset, mga rotating machines, whatever, ma-maintain nimo na reliable siya, na nakakay peace of mind. Remember, I'll tell you my experience sa minahan because I lack the required tools and instrument. Ang instrument ko noon, screwdriver lang, tsaka meager. Usahay masunog ang motor, kadlawon. Wala na. Tulog kang mga alas 2, pukawon ko lang para i-bullshit ka na nasunog yung motor. So here, kung nakakita mga engineers na atay mga instruments gaya sa AMT Pro, Vibration Analyzer, and then we can diagnose any aspect ng machine problem. So bago man siya mag-breakdown, at least nakita na nimo ang problema para plano nimo mga logistics required, manpower, spare parts, maplano na nimo in advance bago nimo i-shutdown ng machine to conduct the proper maintenance. So money ang training na gina-offer namo, condition monitoring, ultrasound, vibration analysis. So I would like to share you another case. This is related to sa energy audit. So kanisa nga blower sa San Miguel Yamamura ni glass plant. So nakitaan mo ang iyang control panel walay variable frequency drive. So walay mo ni ang motor, mo ni ang template. So ano lang ni siya? Auxiliary equipment lang ni sa sulod sa planta, pangpabugnaw lang dito sa mga kwarto. So nakuha na ako model-based current signature, voltage current signature system analysis, nakita na ako na problema ang stator gamay na yung mga transmission. So, this area has no variable frequency drives and adjacent to sa supply fan, dalawa man ka fan, wala yung harmonics na problema. So, now, nga no na harmonics na nakita. Mo ni ang ginasulti na ako harmonics niya. Na harmonics. So, na yung mga unbalance. Tapos kung tanaw nimo ang iyang load gamera kaayo, 38%. Hindi na siya efficient. So, nga no na harmonics, mo ni question. Na wala na may variable frequency drive. Now, after investigation, kaning motor is rewinded. Now, na mga ubang mga rewinding shops. Nung ginayon lang nato, pataha lang butang og pitch ba kung asang pitch sila butang nila. That will create harmonics actually. So daghan ako mga case din na naamo ko software to analyze kung ang motor is ang winding niya original o hindi, no? So I have to do some testing using a software. So kung pataha lang ko, let's say ginausab na ako ang coil pitch niya, na harmonics gun mo gawa sana. So meaning to say, we use a software just to check the integrity ng winding data. So morning spectrum. So ang problema din is please take note kaning 120 Hz kaning 120 Hz line frequency nato is 60 Hz times 2 mo na line frequency. So na inigawas din mo ni siya mo ning fault na nakita nato dito sa stator o sa power quality issues na harmonics. So gamera ang load. So this type of motor application is very inefficient. So ano ang solutions to save the energy? So here ang ABB is our partner. So IE3 na. So ang IE3, IE4 taas ang iyang stator laminations. More copper wires. Ang lamination grade ani iba ni siya sa kumpara sa IE1, IE2. High grade ni siya. Mao ni mahal ang IE3, IE4 because of the materials. So what I did is, okay, let me check, sabi ko. So with this, almost 50% ang load niya. So from 18.5 kilowatt IE1, I would rather use 11 kilowatt IE4. Ang investment cost is only around 350,000. So with that, ang life sa motor mo, dugay, and then you can reduce your energy cost. So this is the concept behind. So mo ni mga applications sa motor. So kaning motor na very special is applicable sa mga HVAC, sa cooling towers. So kanang mga conveyor, kanang mga air handling unit na belt driven, pwedeng motor na lang. We have to get rid with this belt mga pulley sa mga belt. Sa cooling tower for example. Now, sa cooling tower, laban sa mga thermal power plants, sa mga geothermal. So natay motor, coupling, drive shaft, disc coupling. So kaning mga drive coupling sana, there is already a losses for that. So dako ang losses sana. So mga belt drives, dako po ang losses. So the solution here is to mount motor solo lang, wala na yung mga ginatawag nato na may gear o belt driven. Isa lang siya. So ang tawag sa motor is a Baldor. It's a high torque and direct drive motor. So this eliminates the need for the gearbox associated components. So dako lang savings nato in terms of maintenance. Energy consumption reduce, longer life, eliminate alignment and mechanical components. So money ang savings niya 38,000 US US dollar. So 20 to 50% ang reduces yung failure niya. Actually, daghan ako na-encounter na mga kliyente na tawag paparepair sila mga gearbox. So sa gearbox pa lang dako ng gastos nila. So this is a ABB. So, kung na mo yung pangutana na delete ko na ako matubag, na may email address na ako, email lang mo sa ako. Let me check the chat. Hi sir, can you allow us to reply message to all participants? Yeah, please. Please allow. Ay, hindi ko ba na-share? Alam ko na-share ko na ang mga. Okay. Any questions so far, madam? Tapos na ako, madam, ha? Tapos na ako.
Yes, thank you so much, Sir Dion. So for questions, please utilize the Q&A box.
Q&A daw. Sandali, ha?
Or you may also opt to raise your hand for you to be acknowledged for your queries.
So far sa chat, ma'am, wala naman ako nakita, ma'am.
Yes po.
So far, wala po tayong, wala na po ba talagang questions?
Ingon ani lang, medyo, siyempre, hindi mo nila masaptan eh. Total, nag-share naman ko presentation sa inyo. Siguro, i-share mo sa ila. So, they just email me. Then, I will share my presentation do sa interesado na mga participants.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So now to proceed.
So since we have no questions now, let me present the certificate of appreciation for Engineer Dayo. Okay, so let me just read the citation. Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers of the Philippines Incorporated, Western Mindanao Region, Zambasulta Chapter, Certificate of Appreciation is hereby presented to Engineer Leonardo A. Dayon, PEE, in grateful recognition of his invaluable contribution to the Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers of the Philippines Incorporated as technical speaker during the 9th Western Mindanao Regional Conference with the theme Leadership Rising Above Adversity Through Passion and Commitment Leading on the Road to Recovery, held on October 6 to 8, 2022 at Palacio del Sur Martian Garden Hotel, Zamboanga City, given this 6th day of October 2022, signed by President of the Zambasulta Chapter, Engineer Mark Anthony U. Sebastian, and our Western Mindanao Regional Governor, Engineer Alexander Dico. Again, thank you so much, Engineer Leonardo A. Dayan. Let's give him a round of applause, please.
Salamat. So, pwede na ako mag-log out, ha?
Sir, before we proceed po, may we request po sana to everyone to please open their cameras for the photo. Open your camera.
Okay, so maybe again request everyone to please turn on their cameras for the photo opportunity.
Wala'y participant.
Wala yung participants. Hindi ko mag-video. Yung host lang makagano. Yung host lang.
So I guess
So
should we proceed?
yes, we will proceed with our program.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Now to proceed to our last, but obviously not the least guest speaker. He is the 2007 IIE National President to present the energy audit sample under RA 11285. May we all welcome Engineer Raymond A. Marquez. Let's give him a round of applause.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon, sir. Loud and clear po.
Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen? And can you see my screen? Hello? Can you see my screen? Not yet.
Yes, sir.
You can see, no? Okay, sige. So good afternoon to everybody. Okay, my topic is very relevant today. as maybe most of you have been advised by DOE that for type 1 and type 2 designated establishments, required ang energy audit by 31 December 2022. Okay, type 1 is from 500,000 to 4 million kilowatt hours per year, while yung type 2 is more than 4 million kilowatt hours per year. Okay, so required lahat ng establishment under this type 1 and type 2 to conduct an energy audit. So who can do the energy audit? Per DOE documents, the certified energy auditor, the registered ESCO, or the certified ESCO. So I represent a certified ESCO by the DOE. Okay, so let me tell you about the energy audit. No? So it's an introduction to energy audit. Normally this course is at least 4 days. So I'll be just highlight only the important points for you to understand the energy audit. Okay, so okay, let's go on. Let me change my pointer to laser pointer. Okay, so let's define first energy audit. Energy audit, according to ASHRAE, again, all the slides are from ASHRAE, not all, no. Most of the slides are from ASHRAE Standard 211P. It's a procedures for commercial building energy audit second edition, and some files from the Asian Productivity Organization webinar on energy audit and energy management. Okay, so let's define first ASHRAE, the energy audit. According to ASHRAE, energy audits as processes in which engineering service providers identify and recommend efficiency opportunities to clients. No, there are two objectives here: reduce the energy use and or cost of operating a building, and the second one is to improve the indoor and environmental quality experience by the occupant. So we will focus now on the first objective, to reduce the energy use and or cost of operating a building. Okay, so okay, again, this is under ASHRAE. Okay, so energy audit levels importance. There are 3 levels. For me, it's 4 levels. The first level, or level 0, is the preliminary energy use analysis. Okay, then you have level 1, walkthrough, level 2, energy survey and analysis, and level 3, detailed survey and analysis. Okay, so preliminary energy use analysis is collating all the information and come up to with a preliminary kilowatt hour per square meter for commercial and other information, no? Before you go to the level 1 walkthrough. Now, the level 1 walkthrough is basically it's a macro baseline of your facility. Okay, then level 2, I'll be mentioning in detail what is the level 1, level 2, and level 3. Okay, so level 2 requires metering, short metering, no? While level 3 is long metering. Long metering meaning long duration of metering. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so who can conduct energy audit? The energy assessment provider may be one person, in the case of the US, or a team with several members. No? In our case, kasi, I'm an electrical, or electrical, we cannot practice mechanical. No, of course, in the building there's mechanical systems and electrical systems. So while in the US they can practice cross disciplines, while here we have to be bounded with the law. No, so so the team that conducts the energy audit should have a building and envelope expert, mechanical engineer to electrical systems expert, an electrical systems expert, a control systems expert, and energy modeler. So in our team, we have 2 building envelope experts. No, one is certified by EDGE and IFC. Then we have 2 mechanical engineers who are experts on systems, and 2 electrical engineers on the electrical side. While I normally lead the energy audit team and I do the energy modeling and financial modeling. Okay. Okay, so level one, preliminary walkthrough audit. Level one audit allows the overall energy consumption of the facility to be evaluated. It is expected to give an overview. Okay, let me emphasize, no, level one is overview, providing a rough estimate of savings and costs. Okay. Now, as mentioned earlier, DOE requires energy audit. So we have cleared it with DOE that they say that level one or level two for 2022 is acceptable. Okay. Now, level one, again, is overview. And we have packaged this level one to include DOE compliance, no? As required by law. Okay, so the process, of course, yung level zero, no, you conduct preliminary energy analysis, conduct walkthrough survey. In the case of commercial buildings, normally it's half day to 1 day, no, depending on how complex the building is, no. Then for industrial, it's normally one whole day. Mostly the morning will be the walkthrough, while the afternoon will be interviews. No? Tapos, then we go to identify low cost, no cost recommendations. No, then identify capital improvements. Okay, so yun yung process. No, sa report, of course, we estimate the savings. Compare EUI. EUI means Energy Utilization Index, as to, let's say, for if it's a commercial building to compare to the other commercial buildings. No? Then summarize utility data and estimate savings if EUI met the target. Okay. That's level one. Huh? Okay. So kaya walkthrough lang siya. It's cheaper, faster. Now level two. So energy survey and survey analysis audit. Okay. Here, level two audit identifies the source of energy of a facility, the amount supplied, and what energy is used for. This also involves term metering and lagging. So in this case, like mentioned by Jirdayon, because it's uses, they are using devices, no, or equipment to audit, that's considered level two. Okay. So the process, you have to go detailed site visit, review the mechanical electrical design, condition, and O&M practices, measure key parameters. Ito yung you have to install metering, no? Whether it's flow, temperature, sensor, temperature, pressure, energy, and so on. Okay. Analyze capital measures, savings, and costs, including interaction, and meet with the owner operators to review recommendations. Okay. So, besides ang take-off ni level 2 is essentially may level 1 siya, no? Pero binandle na yan. Okay. So, level 2, report on low cost, no cost, again, savings, perform detailed end use breakdown. Ito kasi because we have meters installed, so you can now have a detailed energy use breakdown. Estimate capital project costs and savings. Then you have building description and equipment inventory, general description of considered measures, recommended measurement and verification method, and financial analysis of recommended EMs. Okay. So yan. So big difference, no, in level 2 versus level 1. Okay, now level 3, it's called detailed analysis of capital intensive modifications audit. So level 3, big difference in level 3 sa level 2 is long-term detailed metering and data logging. It's the same thing in terms of contents, but it requires more data logging. No? So in the case of level 2, in our case, when we do commercial buildings, it's 7 days of data collection. Then we analyze the data, then process it, then we come up with an energy efficiency measures to address that. And the other, let's say, end use pie chart. Then you have yung EUIs, no? Okay, but in this case, for level 3, it's at least 1 month to as long as 6 months. Okay, yeah. And basically, it's the same contents, but more detailed, and they're using life cycle cost analysis and detailed EM cost estimates. So mas detalye siya versus level 2. Of course, mas mahal si level 3 because it's longer and requires more equipment. Okay. In terms of metering, we have to, well, for level 2 we have to install energy meters for all major equipment. Okay. We had an audit of a mall that we used about 25 energy meters, no? Yan. So we had to rent out energy meters to support the energy audit. Okay. Sige. Okay. Next is, okay, so we now compare the different levels in terms of process and in terms of report. So you notice level 1, it's 4 steps alone, no? Versus level 3, which is more comprehensive, and then you have the most comprehensive process, level 3. Similarly, in the reports, it's full blown for level 3 versus that of level 2. Okay, so mas simple yung level 1, as mentioned earlier, cheaper and faster. No? Yeah. Okay. This slide comes from the Asian Productivity Organization, where I was a participant on energy audits and energy management. So sabi dito, key considerations for measurements to estimate energy use. Do we need to measure everything? No. Okay. In the case that I mentioned earlier, it's major energy use. You'll find, yung 80% as much as possible, yung 80% of the total consumption. Like for example, in a commercial building, alam natin na HVAC is 60 to 70%. So you see to it na ma-measure mo ma-capture mo yung data on HVAC. Then you have elevators, you have water pumps, you have lighting, and etc. Okay, so yon yung kailangan i-measure, no? Okay. So we need to measure enough to estimate energy use and savings for the required level of accuracy. Okay. In energy audits, we also use estimation. Okay. Besides that, you have measurements like, kunwari, if you conduct level 2, level 3, meron ka ng data, no? Pero you don't capture everything. As mentioned, you cannot measure everything. So you have to do estimates on the others. And it depends on the accuracy. Okay, so sabi nga dito, it is acceptable to make estimations and use documented data depending on details required. Consider their saving potential, accuracy versus cost, and the risk. Okay. So measurement types, spot measurements. Spot measurements is aligned towards level 2. No? Okay, so we use power probe multimeter, pressure gauges, measure power, pressure, speed, light, temperature, and stock gas temp. Okay, some of the equipment. So for short-term metering, you have data loggers, no? Current data loggers. Currently, we have 4, but we have 8 PQAs, no? That can data log. Okay. Tapos you have lighting or motor runtime for short-term metering. Yan. Occupancy schedules. Of course, wala naman. You need to monitor, no? But not measure. You measure occupancy. Standalone battery powered. Okay. System. Yan. Specific measurements. Flow. So chilled water or hot water or airflow, pressure, dew point, velocity, temperature. Okay. Yeah. So long-term monitoring, nakababad na siya for 1 month. No, you like may upcoming kaming audit, we will have to install for 1 month our PQAs to address energy to do energy efficiency audit as well as the PQ audit. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so power loggers. We are using yung PQAs na as power loggers, but we do have current loggers. No? Okay. Yan, current loggers. Multimeter clamp meters. No? We have power meter na clamp type. No? So for easy measurements. Okay. Infrared, yes, we do this for level 2 and level 3. Infrared thermal camera, especially for installation of pipes, boilers, valves, infiltration, exfiltration, hotspots, unbalanced loads, loose connections, etc. Okay. This is an example of the output of the infrared thermal camera. You see if it's overheating. Then you have temperature loggers. We do have temperature loggers using common data loggers namin. And of course, you have PQAs. Now we have 8. Yes, 8 PQAs. Okay. Yan. For ultrasonic liquid flow meter, which measures chilled water flow and hot water flow, we have 3 on our equipment. Okay, very expensive. No? Yeah, pressure loggers we have also for especially for pumps. And then I thought we don't have this now, ultrasonic leak detector, but we do have access towards renting it out kasi hindi naman every time you use this. No? Especially if it's steam related. Okay, anemometer, standard equipment naman yan for duct outlets, exhaust hoods, and ventilators. So related to HVAC. Ayan, flue gas analyzer, we don't have this, but we can rent out someone who has this that can measure O2, CO2, and CO. No? Kasi hindi naman lahat meron requirement for flue gas. Very expensive rin. Okay, lighting measurements, of course, lux meter. And indoor air quality for monitoring of CO, CO2, and RH temperature. Okay, those are some of the equipments, and for our investment, parang umabot na kami ng 3 million for this equipment, so yung PQAs, flow meters, no. We've been doing this since 2015, no, doing energy audits level 2, no. Now since we're offering level 1 para in preparation for after 3 years level 2. Okay, so now this is an example of an installation to measure chilled water flow. With the flow meters and sensors where it is to be installed. Then that's on the chilled water side. This is the condenser water side. Then you have the pumps, in terms of power or current. Okay. Okay, in terms of safety guidelines, you have PPEs, safety shoes, then scaffolds if needed, rubber gloves, 600 volts or 1000 volts and below, equipment grounding. Then for mechanical, sometimes we do stoppage kasi we have to install the pressure or temperature sensors. Okay, checklist of requirements for prior to buildings, energy audit, utility billing, electricity, water, fuel for the past 12 months. Sometimes as long as 36 months kasi nga because of the pandemic, ano effect ng pandemic. The site plan, the floor plan, equipment schedule, listing out all the equipments and their capacities, etc. Mechanical schematic diagrams of, let's say, steam, compressed air, chilled water systems, and electrical single line diagrams. Okay, this is an example of an energy use pie chart. No? So here, you see na 62% ang HVAC, pero ang range is up to 70% for commercial buildings. Then you have lighting of about 16%, but nowadays it's 10% because of LED. No? And then the rest, office equipment and others. Okay, so this came from Department of Energy. So kasama yan sa report, sa level 1. Okay. Okay, now I'll give you an example of energy audit for commercial building level 2. Okay. So energy audit, so ito yung table of contents, no? Of course, yung executive summary, yung methodology. Yung methodology has 5 parts. The first one is baseline. So second is about the walkthrough. Third is about the systems, the building. So yun yung may building envelope, may mechanical and electrical systems. Okay. Then part 4 is the analysis na. No? From what is available, you analyze it, and kasama dito yung recommend energy conservation measures or energy efficiency measures. And lastly, part 5, detailed recommendations. Of course, this is for level 2, no? May detailed recommendations. Okay. So I'll give you an example in the US, no? Level 2 Franklin building in the US. The reason behind is that we're bounded by NDA, so we cannot provide you sample level 2 or level 1 energy audits in the Philippines. Okay, so level 2 energy audit, this is for 140-160 Franklin in Oakland, California. Okay, so US, Okay. So executive summary. So after maybe 30 pages of report, you have to summarize the results, no, as to your opportunities for that particular building. Okay, of course, this one there are two buildings involved, 140 and 160. Okay, so as to methodology, you have to mention ASHRAE, ano level 2, ano level ng energy audit. Here in the case of this building, it's level 2. Okay. Tapos, ano yung, how did you do the investigation, data collection, and documentation review? Okay. Yan. Then yan, part 1 na, no? Baseline facility. So, all about general information of the buildings. So, dito sabi niya, you have 30,000 square foot of occupied space. For Franklin, Embarcadero naman, 15,000 square feet. Then the use of the building, it's office space. They're using glazing, single pane, ano yung basic construction, occupancy, yan. Tapos function analysis. In this case, they conducted manual testing kasi level 2, no, of the VAB boxes. Okay. Brief description. Tapos dito, meron silang table ng primary building type. So dito, in-next nila is list siya with tenants. So it's office space. Okay. Again, under of commercial buildings. No? Then, energy performance summary. No? Dito, of course, the US, electricity and natural gas because natural gas is used for heating or hot water. Then electricity. So they have this. No? In our case, it's mostly electricity, or if in industrial plants, they have the use of coal, for example, or fuel for their boilers. Sama yun sa energy performance. Okay, energy and cost indices, EUI, no? Energy Utilization Index, EUI. So, yung total niya, annual, divided by the gross floor area, it's the, in our case, we will use kilowatt hour per square meter per year. Okay. Cost index naman is the price per gross floor area. Okay. So also if there is electrical demand, yung maximum demand and minimum demand, we convert it to something on a per square meter, no? If needed, no, in the case, no. Okay, so now bottom naman is comparing. Kasi dito sabi this building is 52 while yung comparison o yung benchmark is 82. So that means efficient sila. Okay. Versus that of yung industry. Okay. Preliminary building energy use, of course, sasabihin niya how many hours per week, weeks per year, occupancy, average occupancy, tapos overall building schedule, no? Hours open, hours closed, etc. Preliminary energy allocation to end uses, heating, they use natural gas, cooling, electricity, domestic water, electricity. Okay, then you have on the right side metered consumption monthly data, no? 12 months, ano yung electricity cost, the kilowatt demand, bill demand, and then consumption. Okay. Sa US, no? Okay, now let's talk about systems. No? HVAC, description of yung cooling, heating, and fans, and HVAC controls. The right side, electrical system, interior lighting. They're using occupancy sensors. Exterior lighting, they're minimum level lang. Lighting controls, they're used not interlocking to DDC systems. And then fossil fuel system used for domestic hot water. Okay. Then operation maintenance procedures. There are no current documented operation and maintenance procedures. Yeah. Okay. Then part 2 is walkthrough. No? So in walkthrough, for commercial buildings, we classify it to zones. No? Then a new function type. So in the case, they have 6 zones, no? A, B, C, D, E, F. Yung Zone A has number 2. So ano yung number 2? It's a corridor. No? So ano yung ilang square foot yon? condition, air conditioned area, ano yung space, weeks per year, then lighting. Lighting in their case, it's normally they use fluorescent light. Principal HVAC, it's 33, which is VAV. Okay. So similarly, ganda rin on the other function types. Like 4 is general equipment, electrical mechanical equipment room. So general yon. C, 13 is toilet and washroom. Okay, C yon. D is ano yun? 21. Reception and waiting area. 21. E is 22, elevator lobbies, atrium. And F, which is the biggest land area, no? F is 26, which is reading, typing, and filing, no? Under offices. Okay, so yeah. Now, so yun, about the building, ito naman building shell, no? So, of course, sa kanila, insulated yung wall. They're using glazing, single glazing. Roof area is insulated, yes. Tapos floor, outdoor condition, insulated din, yes. Okay, yeah. Then operation maintenance, no? Then lighting systems data, average installed light load, including ballast in more than 51%. So, kumuha sila ng watts per square foot of occupied space, no, based sa existing. Then, yun, they're using 100% fluorescent. Yeah. And then part 3, building and systems report. So part 2 is, ano nga may part 2? Walkthrough. No? Part 3 is building and systems report. Okay, so dito, under building envelope, no? Kasi sa ASHRAE, building envelope, mechanical system, and electrical system, dito yung walls, doors, roof, and windows, no? So ano yung type, R value, etc. Very critical, especially in the US. Yeah. In our case, di masyado. Ang importante sa atin yung infiltration, exfiltration. Okay. Then, lighting systems. Okay, so minention dito, they're using 1.3 watts per square foot. California Energy Commission states 1.2 watts per square foot. Okay. So, yan. So, may konting information on the lighting, HVAC, ano rin, heating system, cooling system, and air system. Okay. Dito, mostly, we have centralized chilled water or package type. Okay. So, then, you need to, kanina, they presented energy performance summary, no? Ibig sabihin, actual. Ito naman target. So, again, electricity, natural gas. Ano yung target for, let's say, the next 3 years, no? In our case, siguro 3 years, no? And then, ito, they will monitor this, no? And they have to commit, no? The building has to commit. Management has to commit. So, equivalently, there is an energy EUI, no? Yung kanina, I think 52, naging 32 ngayon, target. Then, equivalent rin yung sa meter, kung meron, no? Electrical demand. Okay. Okay, now, part 4 is energy analysis. Ito, may mga measurements na kasi, no? On the right side, ito yung annual energy use na measured, no? Space heating, outdoor air heating, space cooling, outdoor air cooling, fans, pumps, domestic hot water, and lighting. So, naka-breakdown. Na-measure na to kasi level 2. Okay. Then you compare actual versus target on this left table, and then savings. Okay. That's level 2, level 2. Okay. Now, in the pie chart here, it says this one is the biggest part of the pie, no? Which is the space heating. Of course, because it's a US space heating. And all about heating, no? And not much on the cooling part. Okay. Right side is the tabulation of the energy conservation measures or energy efficiency measures. Of course, here, they mentioned 13, no? And naka-breakdown siya. Kasi level 2. Naka-breakdown siya talaga into yung cost, and savings para ma-compute yung simple payback. Okay. So yan. Okay, part 5 is detailed recommendations. Of course, sa part 4, 'di ba, meron siyang itong table, naka-summary lang siya, no? So ito yung naka-breakdown kung ano yung gagawin. So if you have 13 EEMs, so 13 na ganitong recommendations. Okay. Okay, that's it. So open to questions. Let me see at the chat box. Ay, wala pala. Okay, wala akong nakita chat box. Okay, any questions? You can contact me on my cell phone or my email ad. Stop share. Stop share. Okay. Go ahead. You have questions?
Thank you so much, Sir Marquez. So participants, do you have questions? So there seems to have, wala. So we have no questions. Now to proceed, maybe.
Okay, so allow me to present the certificate of appreciation for Engineer Marcos. So let me read the citation. Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers of the Philippines, Incorporated, Western Mindanao Region, Zamboanga Chapter, Certificate of Appreciation is hereby presented to Engineer Raymond A. Marquez in grateful recognition of his invaluable contribution to the Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers of the Philippines, Incorporated, as technical speaker during the 9th Western Mindanao Regional Conference with the theme Leadership, Rising Above Adversity Through Passion and Commitment, Leading on the Road to Recovery, held on October 6 to 8, 2022 at Palacio del Sur Martian Garden Hotel, Zamboanga City, given the 6th day of October 2022. Signed by the President of Zamboanga Chapter, Engineer Mark Anthony U. Sebastian, and our Western Mindanao Regional Governor, Engineer Alexander D. Co. Again, thank you so much, Engineer Raymond.
Thank you also to the organizers.
Thank you. Okay, so maybe request everyone to please turn on their cameras for our photo of with Engineer Marquez.
Wait lang, please request ano.
Please request.
Sir,
Before that, may we request our host to please allow the participants to open their cameras for the photo. Sir,
wala yung participants. Yung host.
Sir SJ.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, could we request po to allow the participants to open the cameras?
Sorry, ma'am, webinar type po tayo. Hindi po na allowed na mag-open yung cam.
Oh,
Okay, so
thank you so much for that, sir.
thank you po. So ayan, partner, to wrap up today's session, we had a virtual product presentation of American Wire. We also had the virtual seminar regarding on the IIE membership process flow, upgrade and benefits. We also learned about how to prevent burn stator windings using model-based voltage current system analysis and vibration analysis. And finally, we learned about the energy audit sample under the RA number 11285.
And there we have it. Day 1 is finished. We hope that you have learned a lot from today's webinar. No worries, we still have more. So please keep in touch and thank you so much for your participation. But before we end this day, we will request again. Oh, so that's it. That's a wrap for today's event. Thank you so much, Bo.
Thank you guys so much for your participation. We'll see each other for tomorrow for our second day of the 9th Western Mindanao Regional Conference. So thank you and God bless. Good afternoon, everyone.
Please refer sa chat yung evaluation form pa-announce.
Also, for the information of everyone, please refer to our chat box for the evaluation form to be submitted
Para attendance. For attendance.
this until
Basta naman yung araw.
within this day po. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so again, thank you so much, everyone, and good afternoon.